Happy New Year's, nation. Let's get it. Yo, salute to everybody here in the building. You guys already know what time it is. I know it's a PM version, but welcome to the latest installment of Coffee and Convo. I am your host, Graphk Raider, man. Salute to everybody already here in the building, man. I appreciate you guys. As always, welcome to 2024. I know I have not been live since the game. I had family coming into town from home, California. Everyone just left today, so I finally got a chance to sit down, man, get back to work and talk about our Raiders, man. Salute to Anthony, Raider Nomad. I see Funk Gang in the building. Israel, Nick, Franklin Skinner. Salute to Planet Raiders Own. Man, I see Raider, DTJ. All my people, man, make sure you wipe them feet, meaning hit them thumbs up. Also, hit that subscribe button if you are not subscribed yet. You already know a lot to talk about, you guys. I haven't really spoken about our team since that heartbreaking loss against the Indianapolis Colts, man. It really hurts, man. We're officially eliminated for anybody that's been, living under a rock. Tough pill to swallow, man. I feel like that game was for the taking, and we just found a way. We beat ourselves, man. I mean, realistically, we beat ourselves. You know what I mean? The offense couldn't get it going. The defense couldn't get it going. It was just a bad L altogether, man. A couple bad calls. I know a lot of people didn't like what I said on Twitter, but I'm going to be real, you guys. I said, look, if you blame Jack Jones for that loss, you don't know football. You do not know football. That was a bad pass interference call. And if you go back and look at the tape, it's all over the place. It was a terrible offsides penalty called on Jack Jones too. He got off right as soon as the ball snapped. Bad move by the referees. We cannot blame Jack Jones for that loss. That's a collective loss, you guys. Aiden O'Connell, the offensive line, the defense, coaching, AP, just a slew of different things. But that was a team effort out there that we lost. Salute to the Indianapolis Colts. They got the dub. I can't take anything from them. But, man, it hurts to know that we are officially eliminated. And then to be real, I mean, the last game we got this weekend against the Denver Broncos at home, it is a divisional rival, so you always want to beat them, right? But we're playing for nothing at this point. And this is a terrible time of the year when we really just know, like, it's like, okay, cool. If we lose, we lose. If we win, we win. I think we're drafting 11 right now. I think we're somewhere around 11 or 12. So a win can put us a little up there. A loss, maybe we climb a couple spots. But at the end of the day, man, we went out there and shit the bed with the game that was very winnable, man. And I don't know how we didn't get any more pressure on Minshew. I thought we would have got to him at least 4 or 5 times. Just did not happen. They ran the ball effectively. Jonathan Taylor was out there cooking us. Trey Sermon, their third string guy behind Zach Moss, who did not play, absolutely fried us as well with his few opportunities that he got. It was just all around just a really bad game, man. So, but either way, it is what it is. We got to move on. We have to talk about everything that's going on in the nation right now. We could talk about, AP's position here, because a lot of people are they're looking at me and they're saying, why are you changing your tone now? I've never changed my tune. Now, I've never changed my tune. I said that was a very, very convincing win with AP and the Chiefs. And that was one of those ones, right, where it's like, okay, we can give AP the job, right? But I also did say that you can't go lose to the Colts. You can't lose to the Broncos. You have to win out in order to be really, truly. If you would have won out, there's no way that Mark Davis goes into this offseason and says AP's not the guy. There's no way. But you went out there, you lost the Colts on the road, short week. I get it. East Coast game early. I understand all the things that come along with it. Josh Jacobs didn't play. I know Mumford went down. Colton Miller was put back out there. There was just a lot that happened, right? But at the end of the day, any given Sunday, football's football. You got to beat who's in front of you with who you have at your disposal. And we didn't find a way to do it. And, I love AP. I think that AP is a Raider through and through. And I would love to see what he can do with the real offensive coordinator, with the real off season to build this thing the way he sees fit. But I'm going to be honest with you. At this point, you really have to go look at other options. AP did not clearly win this job. He went out there and lost to an Indianapolis Colts team, was playing with the backup quarterback. And, I'm not trying to beat AP up, but that is a game he had to win. You had to win that game. I'm not saying that you had to make it to the playoffs, because I don't know if you guys seen what's going on in the NFL right now. Even if we did beat the Colts, it would have been very far-fetched for us to sneak in. The Texans won. The Pittsburgh Steelers won. A lot had to happen. The Baltimore Ravens blew out the Miami Dolphins, so you probably won't even see Lamar Jackson this weekend. And we need the Baltimore Ravens to beat the Steelers if we were still in it. So there's so much shit going on that, to be honest, I don't even think that it would have happened anyway. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, AP had to go out there and beat that Colts team. You know what I mean? And, hey, if you go out there and beat the Broncos – hold on, it's wasted, y'all. Yo, I'm live, brother. Yeah, I'm going to hit you back. All right. But salute to my brother, Wasted Talent. I just feel like this. At this point now, after that Chiefs game, we're all on a high, right? We're like, man, AP may be the guy. And then you go out there and shit the bit against the Indianapolis Colts. There was some questionable clock management. There was some questionable play calling, which I know that's not AP's strong suit at this point. He's the head coach. He's relying on Bo Hardegree to call the offense. He's relying on Patrick Graham to call the defense. But I just have to say this, you guys. If AP is the guy moving forward, I love it. If he's not, and you go get a Jim Harbaugh, who is in a national championship at this point, the Michigan Wolverines stout defense, that defense is impeccable. It seems like Jim Harbaugh always has a phenomenal defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when he was coaching the Niners, all these Michigan Wolverine teams, he always has a defense, right? But I'm going to be real with you guys. Watching last night, J.J. McCarthy, and I've never said I was really that high on him like that. He may be good for another team. I watched, no on J.J. McCarthy. I see a few people saying, yo, he may be our guy. No. I'm cool. There was another guy that played last night in another game that I've been singing his praises all year long. Michael Penix Jr., man, another guy that I've been saying, wow, like he proved it under the big lights last night, going out there and beating that stout Texas Longhorns defense. What do you have, like 300-400 yards? This dude was going, he was just exceptional last night. That is a guy that I'm definitely, Penix may have set himself up to be a top 3, top 5 pick at worst. I'm telling you this right now. And this is why I've been telling you guys, Jaden Daniels scares the shit out of me. Okay. Not saying he's not going to be a great player, but what I see in Michael Penix is he's going to go out there and be the guy from day one. From day one, he can make all the throws. It looks beautiful when he does it. The accuracy is there. He can move out of the pocket. I don't know if you guys seen him yesterday. A lot of people, he's not mobile, blah, 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 blah. He had like 30, 40 yards, I believe, on the ground. Don't quote me on that. But he can get out of the pocket. He can remain in the pocket. Michael Penix Jr., man, if Caleb and Drake May are off the board and Michael Penix is still there and you can somehow, some way go up and get that guy, I'm telling y'all now, I know about the 2 torn ACLs. This man has stayed healthy all year long. I salute also to Elite. I know Elite may be in the comment section. She made a great point on Twitter. We kill Michael Penix Jr. for having 2 torn ACLs, right? Well, Frank Gore had the same thing in college. He was, I think he had 2 torn ACLs too, right? And went on to play like 20 years in the NFL. Okay. And he was a running back. someone that he was a bruiser. And he was a workhorse running back at that. He wasn't a guy that was 1B to a 1A. He was a guy that ran the football. He was a workhorse guy. You know what I mean? So look, man, science is different, you know what I mean, and all that good stuff. I'm starting to feel like I trust Michael Penix Jr. at this point. If you have an O-line that could protect him, he may be the guy, man. At this point, it looks as though his medicals are checking out. We'll see when we get closer to the combine, you know, if they see anything there. But I'm going to be real with you, man. I like Michael Penix Jr. And you're right, John. Zamir had 2 ACLs tears too. Factory. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. I appreciate you guys. As always, salute to my boy Jersey Raider. I appreciate you. If you guys want to become a member, like my brother Jersey Raider, hit the link. It's pinned up top. One of the best ways to support the channel. Salute to my dog, Seattle Raider fan also. I hope we keep AP and get Penix. Build both of the lines. Salute to my guy, Seattle, and salute the Raider by nature. Regardless, let's continue the donkey sweep. And I think it's 7 in a row at this point, right? Raider by nature. We're looking at a clean 4-year sweep, right? 8 wins in a row. I think it's 7 right now. We're looking at cooking the Broncos back-to-back seasons. I love it, man. I love it. People's opinion blow with the win. Folks are just reactive. And what do you mean by that, brother? Because I'm not here to bash AP. I'm totally not here to bash AP. I love what he brings to this team. I love what he brings to this organization. I know the players love him. I know Max. I know Devontae. All these guys love him. But if Jim Harbaugh ends up winning a national championship and there's nothing else to prove at the collegiate level, and he's watching his brother, right? His brother's Super Bowl champion. They're probably the favorite at this point. I mean, the Baltimore Ravens are stacked defensively and offensively. He's watching his brother in the NFL. You don't think that he's itching to get back to the NFL? If he wins a national championship and they end up going out there and beating Washington, I'm gonna be real. I see Jim Harbaugh saying, "I've done it all. I've seen it all. Let's get to the NFL." And I don't see a better place for him. I know a lot of people are saying the Chargers. It looks as though Chicago is keeping Eberflus, and they may even keep Justin Fields. The rumor mill is circulating that Justin Fields may not go anywhere, so that number 1 pick may be up for grabs. I mean, it's going to cost an arm and a leg, probably 3-4 ones and a player and all kind of other shit. But Eberflus looks like he's going to be the coach there. They're starting to stack wins up. Fields missed like 4 or 5 weeks. They lost a ton of games without him out there. They're winning a bunch of games with him out there now. Even the other day, I brought it to my attention that the Chicago Bears fans were screaming, "We want Justin Fields." Like, it looks as though they have their guy out there. You know what I mean? So it's going to get interesting draft season. You know what I mean? And things may change out there in Chicago. We never know. But they're keeping Eberflus, so Chicago is probably out of it, out of the Jim Harbaugh running, which is a place that Jim Harbaugh calls home. The Chargers are a very realistic option, and I think that he would want to go out there and coach that young quarterback, right? They have a bunch of weapons out there, but they do have salary cap issues out there like crazy. They're going to have to dump a few contracts in the offseason. I just feel like the Raiders are a perfect fit for Jim Harbaugh. You know what I mean? I'm going to be real with you. And this is not me saying that I want to go get Jim Harbaugh. I love what AP brings. He's a lot younger. I think Jim Harbaugh is like 60, somewhere around there. It seems like AP kind of has his hands on the pulse of what's going on in the NFL, the National Football League right now, right? So I'm not against keeping AP. All I'm saying is, you guys, at the end of the day, AP has made it a discussion now. You went out there, you beat the Chiefs. Oh shit, I think we got our guy. You lose to the Colts. You made it a conversation piece at this point. It's a conversational piece. We have to talk about it because AP went out there and lost the game that I think we should have won. And, our playoff lives were dangling by a thread at that point, and we lost the game that I feel like we should have won. So it is what it is. Salute to Raider by nature. Salute to my brother Wasted. Come on, man. Get out of here, man. Jim Harbaugh is the Pete Carroll of this era. I like that. Pete Carroll has done great things out there in Seattle. Built a stout defense, the Legion of Boom. They went on to 2 Super Bowls, won 1, would have won 2. They would have just ran the football. Hey, man, if we can get our Pete Carroll, I'm here for it. And for people that don't know, what wasted is alluding to is that, Pete Carroll coached at the collegiate level for a long time, won a lot of, won some national championships with USC, came back to the NFL in his latter years and ended up being very successful. And to this day, he's still successful. So salute to my dog, Wasted Talent, my brother, man. Appreciate you as always. Salute to my brother, John. AP has that fight in him. Graham has that defense looking up. The missing pieces are OC, I agree, and high-end QB play, O-line, and a couple DTs, drafted a free agent or two. I agree, John. And did you get a chance to see what Graham said today? I see a lot of people are kind of losing their minds on Twitter because at the presser, let me read this. I'm gonna read it word for word real quick for those who didn't get an opportunity to see what he said. But today, man, our defensive coordinator was pretty emotional at his presser. Some people are saying that he was kind of maybe alluding to this is it and he may be out of here and this may be his last game as a Raider. I didn't take it like that at all. I think he was kind of saying, publicly, keep me around. I would love to be here. I would love to stick around. But these are his words. I'm not trying to get emotional, but I've had the most fun coaching this group of guys that I've had in my whole career. I'm proud to be a part of the Raiders. There you have it. I'm really proud to be a part of the Raiders. I see a lot of people taking that and running with it as he's saying, his time is probably coming to an end. I don't agree with that. I think that's him, staking his claim, saying, I want to remain a Raider. Keep me here. I think all the players on the defensive side of the football love Patrick Graham. They love what he brings to the game. I don't think he goes anywhere, you guys. I truly believe that Graham will be here next year. And, especially if AP's there. Now, if Harbaugh comes in, he's probably going to go get his own guy. So that maybe that could be, Graham stating, if AP's here, I'll probably stick around. But if Harbaugh comes in, he's going to want to bring in his own guy. And we know this. But either way, I think that Graham is going to stick around. I do believe that AP still has the up and up on anybody else. You know what I'm saying? But like I said before, you guys, losing to the Colts, it just made it a conversation now. Salute to my brother, John. No, you're wrong, Fred. You're totally wrong, brother. And much respect to you. I never wanted Josh McDaniels when he was the head coach. When he became the head coach, yes, I was an advocate for him because at that point he was our head coach. You cannot find one video where I said go get Josh McDaniels. Not one. There's not one video. I wanted Jim Harbaugh and I wanted Ed Dodds as our GM. I never one time in my life said that I wanted to go sign Josh McDaniels, bring in Ziegler. That was not what I was asking for. Anyone that watches this show knows that when that happened, was I happy? Yeah, we got a new coach. We got a new GM. Hey, fuck it. But I never asked for them. Ever. I was saying get Harbaugh, bring in Ed Dodds as the general manager, and that's what we are. I never once was saying go sign Josh McDaniels. I never said that. So, hey, man, you may have seen me, root for him, support him as our head coach. Definitely. Why not? He's our head coach. But don't mistake that for me saying going to sign him because I never asked to sign him. Salute to Seattle Raiders fan. I just hope we beat Michigan next week. I would love a Husky as a Raider quarterback and give Penix these weapons. Watch out. And our line has protected Penix. I'm curious how we hold up against Michigan. It's going to be a hell of a game, man. It's going to be a hell of a game, Seattle. I'll tell you this. That Washington offense, I like Rome. I love your wide receiver. He's going to be a first-round guy. Love Penix. They got some weapons out there. But that defense in Michigan, man, I love their run game. I love Blake Corum. I'm not that big of a fan of J.J. McCarthy, but he is a game manager. I'm going to be real, man. Seattle, I got Michigan, bro. My apologies, brother. I know you're a Washington Husky fan. I got Michigan winning this game. Let me see, man. Salute to Silver and Black Nation. Graph, I watch your videos. You did want Dobbs and Jim. I was there. Graph ain't lying. Factory. Salute to my brother, Silver, man. Let me get these soups in real quick, you guys. Salute to Ray. They did us dirty on the offsides call on Jones. Sanjit showed a sideline view on one of the videos. Just great timing. Vegas spread was 3.5. Wow. Facts, Ray. Facts. He was not offside, you guys. If you watched that play, I mean, you can see it in real time. You can nose ring, y'all. No booger. Nose ring. Nose ring. Nose ring. You can see it in real time. He literally got off as soon as the ball was off. Bad call. Terrible call. But either way, we were in a bad situation at that point. I think we were down 20-13, right? So either way, if they would have missed that field goal, we'd have been a good, we would have had good field position at that point, and we could have came down there and scored 7. But either way, you don't want to put yourself in that situation. Did they play us? They definitely played us. But either way, I don't think that we should have been in that situation in the first place. We, stupid boneheaded penalties, the Jermaine Illuminor false start. They called a bad PI on Jack Jones. There was just a lot going on in that game. And just realistically, man, we weren't, we weren't ourselves. We weren't. Sean, I don't see that. I don't see him saying goodbye. I see him. I literally see him saying, I would love to be here. I would love to stick around. Keep me over here. I've had my greatest time as a coach here as a Raider. So, but hey, I could be wrong. Salute to Qua, my dog, on a $20 donation. Yeah, it was a rough loss, but it has to stop. We need stability first and foremost. Here's how you fix it. Your enemy's enemy. Grab the enemy and go get his Mahomes Caleb. Let's go. So basically what Qua is saying is go get the enemy, which I'm going to be real with you, Qua. I'm not a huge advocate for him. I've heard a lot of things about him in the locker room. I hear that a lot of players have issues with him, which look, they could just be accusations, and they could be false, right? I heard that he was terrible in the interviewing process, and then we heard the off field stuff. I don't know what is true and what's not. What I'm saying? All I'm gonna say is this, man. I'm not that big of a fan of Eric Bieniemy. I really do believe that he is kind of like an Andy Reid disciple that just kind of ate off his name, man. Can I be real? I feel like Bieniemy ate off Andy Reid's name. Yeah, that offense is not clicking as much this year without Bieniemy there. I agree. There may be some discipline issues. They have probably their right tackle is like the most penalized guy in the NFL, right? And that offense has not been able to gel. But I don't think that's really – I think that's less about Eric Bieniemy and it's more about their personnel and what they got going on over there. My boy Rio, salute to my dog Rio. He covers the Commanders, and he has nothing but bad shit to say about Eric Bieniemy. And he is a Commander fanatic. He loves them. I see tweets all the time like, don't make Eric Bieniemy the guy. So I'm just going to say, Qua, hey, salute to you, brother. Appreciate you. Me personally, I'm going away from Eric Bieniemy. I don't want nothing to do with him. Salute to my brother Wasted, man. My dog. Salute to everybody here, man. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. Yeah, and Wasted, the domestic violence thing, we know how Mark Davis feels about that. You already know. You know what I mean? Omar, hey, bro. Hey, let me say something real quick. You said I look sus with a nose ring. I got 2 of them, and I got a badass wife, bro. So if you want to say I look sus, cool, bro. I'm going to be real with you. I got a baddie in my room. It is what it is. Salute to Raider by Nature. Do you think Mac would come back to the dark side? I do. But Raider by Nature, at this point, I don't really think it's a need. With Malcolm Kuntz taking that next step, you know what I mean, and balling out on the opposite side of Max Crosby with Tyree kicking in and looking a lot better at defensive tackle, I'm going to be real with you. I don't think that Khalil Mack is a need. I don't think we need to spend that much money on an edge rusher, but I would love to have Khalil Mack back. But Kuntz has 1 more year left on his deal. I think he's going to continue to ball out. I don't think there's any reason to spend that kind of draft. I mean, that kind of money on a aging defensive end, even though he's balling the way he is. But would love Khalil Mack home if he took a hometown discount, but I don't see that. Khalil's about his bread. Salute to Raider by Nature, man. Salute to Raider Mail, my guy. Got to get a QB in this draft. Penix, Nix, or Daniels. AOC is a top-level backup. I agree at this point. I agree, Mel. A bottom-tier starter. Have to upgrade regardless of who is the coach. I agree. And it's funny, man. I think at this point, Mel, I think you kind of put them in order for me. If it's not Caleb or Drake May, I probably would go Penix, Nix, and then Daniels. But I do believe that Daniels, if he can play up to his ceiling, he could be better than all those guys. But I'm just very nervous about his body type. I think he needs to put on some more muscle. I just have this weird feeling, knock on wood, I want to see Jaden Daniels have a long, illustrious career in the NFL. But he just scares me, man. He scares me with his build. I don't know, man. I don't know. Bo Nix looked good, too. He looked good the other day. He looked good. Let me see. Salute to Family Fun. You are correct. AP made some costly coaching mistakes. Family Fun, which you will make as a first-time head coach. It's going to happen, right? It's going to happen. So I'm not going to beat him up about it, but you're still fighting to be. Look, man, there's only 30-something jobs in the NFL, 30-something head coach positions in the NFL, right? Like, you have to show week in and week out why you are the guy. Why you are the guy. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like he took that Indianapolis Colts game. It just hampered what. I'm not even going to talk about it no more, man. I'm just going to say this. We lost the game we should have won. Simple and plain. But you're right. They won by kicking field goals. Would have done the same thing, period, man. Yeah. Salute to my guy, Family Fun. I appreciate you on a donation, family. Real talk. Yeah, severe. I mean, yeah. But how many times did he have to throw a football game? For a minute, he was leading the league in passing yards, right? But how many times was he throwing the football? How many times he had to throw the football? A lot. Their run game is ass out there. They couldn't run the football. They had Sam Howell forcing throws all over the place. Not saying that that Bieniemy didn't have his hand in Sam Howell's development, but at the end of the day, they were forced to throw the football. They're forced to throw the football. No run game. Sam Howell. I remember he was throwing the football a lot. I'm gonna have to look that up and see how many times Sam Howell has to throw the football a game. But I'm gonna be real with you, bro. I'm just not a Bieniemy guy, man. I'm just not. Salute to Isaac. 3 things happened to Indy. 1 no call against Indy for Tay. That's facts. 2, the Jack PI, bogus 3 offsides call against Jack equals they didn't want us in the playoffs. Well, let me say this, man. I don't think we wanted ourselves in the playoffs, Isaac. Real talk, bro, because realistically, you have to beat them in the – look, I'm sorry, y'all. There's no playoff team in the world that's going to lose a game 3-0. I know people don't want to hear that, Isaac. I think it all started – the downfall started with the Minnesota game. Just being real. I'm just being real. Like, could you imagine being in the playoff? Like, how do you get into the playoffs when you lose a game to the Minnesota Vikings 3-0? I think we kind of show who we were at that time. The offense couldn't do shit. The defense was doing their thing. We weren't built for the playoffs this year anyway. You know what I mean? And realistically, with the 4th round guy, thrown into the fire, in Aiden O'Connell, I don't really think that we would have did any damage in the playoffs anyway. You know what I mean? So I don't think that they didn't want us there. You know what I mean? Realistically, the Raiders make the NFL more money than the Indianapolis Colts. So, it would be actually smarter for the Raiders to make it if it was, they didn't want us there. You know what I mean? The Raiders are a bigger brand, bigger market. They bring in a shit ton of money for the NFL. At the end of the day, man, I just don't think that we had, we made some bad calls coaching wise. Our players, weren't putting it all together. There's a reason why we're 7-9 right now. Simple and plain. John, in your opinion, what is the cost the Raiders would pay to move up to number 1? It's a lot. I mean, me and Wasted talked about this. Us moving up from 11 to 1. It's a lot. I mean, you're looking at 3, 4, probably 4 first-round picks and potentially a player. John, maybe even more. What did Chicago move up from last year, you guys? What position did they move up to number 1? I forgot where they were in terms of draft position. But, even this year, it's going to cost more because look at the quarterback. This is a deep quarterback class. Caleb Williams is considered generational. People didn't look at C.J. Stroud as generational. People didn't look at Bryce Young as generational. A lot of people were saying they're really good quarterbacks, but I didn't hear a lot of generational talk when it was, C.J. Stroud or Bryce Young. Caleb, when you hear him, you hear a lot of generational talk. Now you're starting to see a lot of that with Penix. Right? Some people are even saying that Drake May is a generational talent. All I'm saying is last year, you didn't hear a lot of generational talk. You're hearing it a lot this year. And to be real with you, Hug, Chicago would probably want 4 number 1s. They'd probably want Colton Miller because they probably want a starting left tackle or a tackle that can help, with Justin Fields' development and help protect him. They want a shit ton, man. Let me ask you guys in the comments section, what do you guys think? What would it cost to move up to number 1 this year from where we are right now? Salute to Latravia, my guy Savage, man. I don't care what Mark Davis, AP Champ Kelly. Fingers calling my phone. Fingers, I am live, brother. Champ Kelly, Harbaugh, who the fuck ever is running the show. You draft Penix and you make him rock the 15 so he can mushroom stamp KC twice a year. I love that, Savage. Salute to my dog, man. Look, Michael Penix Jr. You guys, Michael Penix Jr. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Salute to my guy Savage. M85, my dog. Daryl Bavell is as intriguing as an OC. QB. Look, there's gonna be so many names out here, M85, that we're gonna talk about here shortly. About in another week or so, we're gonna see who may be available and who's not as offensive coordinators. And to be real with you, there really ain't even a realistic or any realistic reason to even look at quarterbacks and all this shit yet, because we don't know who our offensive coordinator is, right? We truly don't even know. Like, we have to see who we hire in the offseason, who's going to be calling the offense, to see realistically, is it going to be Penix? Does Jaden Daniels fit that system? Is Bo Nix the guy that fits in that system? We truly don't know. But a lot of guys are, these next few weeks, 85, we're going to start hearing a lot more about potential available offensive coordinators, and I'm excited. We're definitely going to be covering every second of it, man. Salute to my guy, 85, man. Lucky, man. It's all love, my brother. I have a nose ring, and do I look sus? Hell no, trolls. Keep going on that content. Raiders. Salute to my guy, Lucky. Yeah, man. I ain't worried about that shit, man. Hey, man, the nose ring ain't never stopped nothing, man. It ain't never stopped nothing, man. Let me see. Fred says, how many third down conversions failed this year due to weak ass plays and unrealized options? That's more of an OC issue than coaching and the QB. And I agree, Fred. I agree. Those third downs killed us. Those third downs killed us, man. We could not convert. And then, it's like AP was picking and choosing when he wanted to go for it. When it mattered the most, you didn't go for it. There was some very, very questionable third down calls, especially on 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. You go run a trick play. Like what are you running a trick play on 3rd and 1? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Like, there was some, but this is a product of not having a true offensive coordinator out there. This is a guy that's learning the job on the fly. So I don't think you see too much of that once you bring in a proven guy that is used to calling an O and that has his own playbook. Salute to Josh. I like AP, but at the same time, I wouldn't be upset if Mark brings in Jim Harbaugh. And I wouldn't either. Yo, Wasted, I'm looking at what you sent me, bro. What is that? Salute to my dog, Josh, man. But facts, I would not be mad if Harbaugh is the guy. I would love AP to be the guy. You know what I mean? But let me ask you guys this. Are you worried about a great offensive coordinator being afraid to take the job with us if AP is the head coach? Let me ask you this, because realistically, an OC may be coming in and betting on his job on a first year, realistically, a first-time head coach. Do you think if AP gets hired, that some of these potential OCs that are going to be looking at, the vacancies around the league, do you think that may affect us? Do you think that they may want to come up, or do you see a Jim Harbaugh, a proven guy who's been to a Super Bowl as a coach, you know what I'm saying, is probably going to win a national championship, who's been, great at every level that he's coached? I think that guys are going to want to come in and work for Jim Harbaugh. I just don't know what OCs will be willing to come out there in Las Vegas and say, I want to work under AP. I don't know yet. I don't. And I'm not saying that they wouldn't. I'm just asking you guys, do you think that that's going to affect some of these OCs when they see our vacancy? Say, I don't know if I want to go over there with AP over there. I'd rather have a proven guy that's going to help me, help me look good so I can get a head coaching position at some point. I don't know. Salute to JJ. If we do get Jim Harbaugh, how do we feel with him bringing his own guys? And also, do you think the locker room will react? I mean, at this point, JJ, these guys, man, Max Crosby, Tay, man, all these guys have seen so many different guys, like at this point, man, look what Max has dealt with, man. It's Gus Bradley, it's Paul Gunther, you know what I mean? It's Patrick Graham, it's Chucky, it's Josh McDaniels. I realistically, man, JJ, I think that the guys, the stars, I think they're going to say, cool, let's run it. If Harbaugh's the guy, I think that Max is going to say he's a proven winner. Now, do I think that Max wants AP? Definitely. But I don't think Max is going to complain if you bring a guy in like Harbaugh that has won football at the highest level. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he hasn't won a Super Bowl, but he's been to a Super Bowl. He coached some of those really great Niners teams when he was in the NFL. You know what I mean? Like I said, he's still doing it at a high clip at the collegiate level. So I don't think it's going to affect it regardless, because it's an emotional thing. These guys have an emotional attachment to AP. But I think, once the dust settles and football is being played, I think they're going to get over it. They're professionals and they'll keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? Babe, I'm live right now. I'll call you right back. All right, later. Salute to DTG on the $10 donation. Salute to my guy. The difference is Carroll was awful in the NFL before USC. Harbaugh won in the NFL before Michigan. And there you have it. There you have it. I like that. DTG. It's facts. It's facts. But guess what happened? Carroll went back to where he knew, what he knew, which was the collegiate level, coached at a high level, the Reggie Bushes of the world, and all those guys, the Matt Liners and stuff. And he took all what he learned, got back to the NFL, and cooked with Seattle. And to this day, he's still doing pretty good. So salute to my dog DTG on a $10 donation. Facts. Watts says move up from 11 to like 7. And one of those guys is still going to be available there, Watts. 3 firsts and a player. Hard dog. I can see that. Severe. Hey, and bro, you can ask people. I've been said that. I said that, and people were saying I was tweaking. I said, CJ, you just be throwing that generational word around like it ain't shit. Well, now look what he's doing. Playing at a high level in year 1 with the Texans. Raider Rich has 3 first rounders and 1 or 2 second round picks. Okay. I think you got to add a player in there, though, Raider Rich. And you guys, for those who don't know what we're talking about, this is moving up from 11 to 1. That's not enough, John. And Andre James is a free agent, so you can't use him. But Colton is definitely a realistic option if they believe that Mumford can be that guy of the future at left tackle. And I love Colton Miller. This is not me saying to trade him, you know what I'm saying, but it's just saying that he may be a realistic option if there's a player that's available with all these first round draft picks to move up to get Caleb Williams. Chicago may say we want Colton Miller. Let me see. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you are not subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Salute to Mr. Rogers on the $20 nation. I appreciate you, brother. I think getting Penix is the move and don't have to give up all the draft capital to move up to the top 3, injury risk or not. Well, Mr. Rogers, I agree with you, but I tend to disagree with you also, brother. I think what he did last night, and if he could stay healthy throughout the draft, the combine and the whole draft process and the offseason, man, he may be a guy that may be talked about as a top 3 talent. And if he goes out there, Mr. Rogers, and wins the national championship, if he goes out there and beats that Michigan Wolverines team, we're going to be talking about potentially a top 2 pick. Like realistically, he may have cemented himself with that win last night as a top 5 pick. But if he can win the national championship, we may be looking at a top 3, top 2 guy. And Michael Penix Jr., man, he's that good. He's that good. Salute to Mr. Rogers, my dog. Appreciate you as always, brother. Salute to my brother Joe, man, on a $10 donation also. Severe, Carroll wasn't great at the NFL level before he went to USC. Let's keep it a buck. I'm all in on AP. But if Harbaugh comes in, he better get us 10 wins or better in his first season. If AP doesn't get grace, then an experienced guy like Harbaugh better give us immediate results. Salute to my guy, Joe. And, it's easy to say that because, you think, oh, we got a lot of guys on this team now that are in win now mode. You got the Max Crosby's, you got the Devontae Adams, but we don't know what Jim Harbaugh is going to do. He may come in and do what every other coach does. Let's not act like Gruden did come in and say, Khalil Mack out of here, Amari Cooper out of here. Let me get my own guys. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Josh McDaniels came in, Derek Carr out of here, Darren Waller out of here. So the thing is, I don't want to have to hit the reset button. I like a lot of these pieces that we have offensively and defensively. You know what I'm saying? But I'd want to know what Harbaugh would want to do. I mean, I know he's going to go out and get his own quarterback. You know what I mean? I don't know if that's J.J. McCarthy because he coached him at the collegiate level. He knows his weaknesses. He knows his strengths. I don't know if that's one of these other guys. I don't know. But I do trust that if we bring in a Jim Harbaugh, he's going to build this team the way we need it built. Now, with AP, Joe, we have never seen AP build a team yet. We don't know what that looks like or what that entails with AP at the helm. We don't know. Can AP build a team? Yeah, look, you guys, this is a great storyline right now. It's a great storyline. We all love AP. It's the same thing with Rich Bisaccia, right? But it's even more with AP because we really hated Josh McDaniels and what he did to this team. You know what I'm saying? So when AP came in and got a few wins, it was like, wow, and he's a Raider. He grew up a Raider fan. It's a beautiful storyline. But like I said before in one of my rants a few weeks ago, I'm tired of storylines. I want to win, you guys. And if that's AP, great. If that's Jim Harbaugh, great. I just want to win. I'm sick of storylines. I want to win football games. I want to win games that matter. I want week in and week or year in and year out for us to be like, we're going to the playoffs. We're a perennial playoff team. I'm tired of the storylines. AP is a great story right now, you guys. But will that translate another year, 2 years down the line? We don't know. AP has not been proven as a coach yet. Not saying he doesn't deserve the chance to do so, because I think he does. But Jim Harbaugh is proven. He's proven. That's why, I think if Mark has an opportunity to do it, he's going to take a swing. He's going to take a swing and look at those big name guys. As long as he doesn't bring Gruden back, I'm cool. OC will come with a chance to really make his name in Vegas and for this brand. Also, could be a head coach if AP fails here for the cut. You're right, Dwayne. You're right, brother. You're right. You are right. Maybe an OC comes in and says, well, if he shits the bed, I'll take over. Salute to my dog, Dwayne, man. Salute to So Silver. Also, 2 firsts in Tay to Chicago. It's not enough. It's not enough, So Silver. And you have to think about it like this. Chicago is a team that's building. They have a lot of young talent, and they're going to stay young. I don't think they trade for 2 firsts in a 31, 32-year-old wide receiver. And Tay has owned the Chicago Bears in the past, right? I don't think they do that. Why would they do that when they can go get Marvin Harrison Jr. and have DJ Moore already? Why would they want to Tay? I think it'd be more of an offensive line piece that can help Justin Fields, because you can realistically use one of those draft picks and go get Marvin Harrison Jr. You still got 2 of them. So I don't think they want Tay. I don't think they need Tay. In this draft, they can go get, like I said, a Marvin Harrison Jr. They can go get a Rome out of Washington. There's so many different options for them. But 2 firsts in Tay to Chicago for Caleb Williams, I don't think that's enough. Salute to my guy, So Silver. Salute to Rico World. Do you trade Devontae to go and get your franchise quarterback? If that's what it takes, Rico, in a perfect world, we keep Tay. Would love to keep Devontae Adams. He's one of the greatest wide receivers in the game. But if it takes getting rid of Devontae to go get your guy, you have to. Period, point blank, the end. Sorry, you can find receivers anywhere. You can't identify. Look, we are the organization that we could talk about that. We have not had a franchise. Look, when we got Derek Carr and we went to the playoffs once with him, look, people were not ready to move on from Derek Carr with mediocrity. That's how hard it is to find a good quarterback, not a great quarterback. People were going to bat for Derek Carr for being good, not great. Think about that. It's very difficult to identify a franchise quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So if you can go potentially get your franchise guy, at this point, being in Las Vegas, you got to go get your guy. Just keep trying until you can. Even if you got to give up a 2nd, 3rd round pick for Justin Fields, if Chicago moves on, draft one early anyway. I don't give a shit. At some point, you have to identify that guy and build around him. At some point, we have to be able to get that guy. You know what I mean? We have to, man. We thought we had it with DC in 2014, had a great 2016 year, broke his leg, was never really the same again. Like, we have to be able to identify it. Before that, we went out and got an aging Rich Gannon from Kansas, played with Kansas City, played with the Vikings, and he ended up turning up for us. But before that, the Jamarcus Russells of the world, we can go through a shit ton of those guys. At this point, you got to figure out a way to get your franchise quarterback. This is a quarterback league, you guys. You know what I mean? You're looking at all the winning teams in the league. They all have their guy. They all have their guy. We got to get our guy. Salute to Joe. Also, I ain't stressing on the quarterback position or situation. I can say with confidence that there are a lot of guys in this draft that could turn into the franchise guy. Factory, my brother Joe. Talk that talk. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you are not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. Salute to the 700 plus people in the building. I appreciate you guys. Watts says, just draft the correct players, man. Don't pass on studs. Factory, brother. Real talk, Watts. Lucky says, if we don't go after a quarterback in the draft, should we really go after Fields, give him a third rounder and trade up to 2 or 3? Definitely, Lucky. I don't know if that's enough at this point because they still like Justin Fields out there. But a report just came out, he has 1 more year left on his rookie deal and then the 5th-year option, right? And they're looking at an annual figure of like $43 million a year for Justin Fields. That is a lot of money. But we haven't seen the best of Justin Fields yet. You know what I'm saying? But realistically, Lucky, if you can go get a guy on a rookie deal this year and you have him 5 years with that 5th-year option, you got to do it because Justin Fields is going to be paid a shit ton of money in another year or so. Salute to my dog, Lucky. But I'm all for Justin Fields. I don't know if you can get him for a 3. I know a lot of people are saying that, but the way, he's made a few splashy plays here as of late. They won a few games. If you really want to get Justin Fields, it may cost more than that. Salute to LA Crash. True that. Preach. I just want to win. Salute to my guy, LA Crash, dog. My boy Gunny in the building. Salute, King. My brother. Salute to DTG. Also, the Raiders have proven they can't draft in the first, so trade the picks to move up to get one or get Fields. Salute to my guy, DTG. And you're not lying, bro. We've struggled to draft in the first round. Year in and year out. Damon Arnett. Henry Ruggs, who's out of the league now. Alex Leatherwood. I don't even know where the hell he is. You know what I'm saying? Jonathan Abram. Nasty work. Josh Jacobs. I mean, the list goes on. But I don't want to throw that jacket DTG on everybody, right? I don't know what AP and Champ Kelly's draft would look like. Maybe they change things. Maybe if Jim Harbaugh comes in, and maybe I'm gonna go back and look at the teams that he had out there with the Niners. At some point, I want to break down his draft picks. Would y'all like that? I want to do that because I want to see what Jim Harbaugh did when he had the Niners. I want to see what they did. But realistically, I can't throw that jacket on just anybody because that was John Gruden. You know what I mean? That was Mayock. You know what I mean? And I mean, look at Reggie McKenzie. He found Khalil Mack. I mean, he kind of fell in his lap. But we've struggled a lot, man. We have struggled in the first round, but a lot of teams do, DTG. A lot of teams' first round picks don't pan out. I think there's like a stat out there that, most first rounders don't work out, period. So we're not the only team that can't draft in the first round. There's a shit ton of more that can't. Salute to my dog Max and a $5 donation. Also, AP was at the Pac-12 championship in the drippiest jacket, probably scouting Penix and Bo Nix. Yep, I remember that. Him and Champ Kelly. Max were on the sideline, both of them together, talking and everything. Salute to my guy Max. Yeah, Sway. Yeah, all right, bro. I just read yours for free. Salute to you. And then, boom, 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 boom. Motherfucker, just come around here and play games, man. Just come around here and play games, man. Play games, get nasty work. What kind of Raider fan wears a St. Jersey? If you know, you know. Yeah, man. It's nasty work out here, JJ, in these streets, man. Salute to my guy Richard also. Graphk, there's a lot of talk about letting the Bronxes win this coming weekend for a better draft pick. I say no. Kick their donkey asses. Thoughts? Go out there and beat them. Go out there and beat them. Richard, go out there and beat them. It's the Broncos, bro. We've owned them. I think it's 7 wins straight. Go out there and beat them. And real quick, I want to say this real quick to the last guy that said that goofy shit. Bro, I don't think you understand. You probably go to another YouTube channels and shit that be having like 20 people in the chat and you can be able to read everything. It's easier for me to see when they're lit up, right? I try to get to as many comments as I can. I don't think you're used to having 700 plus people in the building, man. You know what I mean? So it's tough, bro. It's tough. So, you know what I mean? It's easier when I see it lit up for me to be able to read your comment. You know what I mean? So it's not just I mean, bro, how many times have you guys watched my shows where I try to answer everybody's shit? It's just sometimes there's too many people in the building and it's tough. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. I don't have to explain myself, but I got love for y'all. It is what it is. It's not easy to just read everything. Come on, man. Get the fuck out of here. But no, go out there and beat them, Rich. Go out there and beat them. It's the Broncos, bro. Go out there and beat them. There's no reason to go out there and lose that ball game. Go out there and beat them. And AP is still coaching for his job. Still coaching for his job. So go out there and beat the Broncos. I know Max and them would love to beat the Broncos because it's the Broncos. I know Tay, grew up a Raider fan, would love to beat them because he's a Raider and it's the Broncos. But they're still fighting for the guy. Let me see. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. Salute to Richard Hart. He said, Graphk, you answer my questions all the time. Bro, shout out to my guy, Rich. He's been here forever. Salute to my guy, 10 Commandments. This SVT says, Graphk, I've been suffering for 2 days. Read my chat. Yo, we are the third oldest team in the league with only 3 first round selections on this team from the last 10 years. Let's be real. Whoever comes here has a ton of work to do. Just want to see progress. Golly, when you put it like that, 10 Commandments with a haymaker like that, it's nasty. We're the third oldest team in the league with only 3 first round. But the thing is, though, 10 Commandments, and maybe I'm wrong, but when John Jenkins leaves, right? When Brandon Bolden leaves, and let's just say if Adam Butler leaves, right? We probably go down to one of the youngest teams in the NFL. I think realistically, like we have like 3 or 4 older guys on this roster. And once they move on, we'll probably be somewhere in the middle of the pack or even one of the younger teams in the NFL. We still have a lot of young talent on this roster. I think that it's because of the Brandon Boldens of the world, like I said, the John Jenkins of the world and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So Wasted, I'm not putting you up, bro. Hey, you gotta pay, bro. You gotta pay. Wasted, hey, bro. Yeah, if you don't pay, bro, I'm not reading your shit. And Brian Hoyer too. Dom, there you go. And Hoyer as well. Another older guy. Once these guys move on, we're probably one of the younger teams in the NFL. Bolden hurting that age, average bad. Facts. T. Severe says, appreciate the work, bro. I hope I can get to the level where I can get to everyone's comments. It's tough, man. It really is, man. You got to deal with a lot of shit too, but it is what it is. Graphk, we are still under construction. During these times, sound principles and proven work ethic is the prize. Get AP what is required as a supporting cast, then let them go after what we need. Salute to my guy, Fred Hampton, my dog. Salute to KC also. They build the trenches and keep OC. What do you think? No. I'm going to be real with you at this point, KC. AOC is not the guy. Now, he's under contract, right? He's under contract, and he'll be here for another 3 years. He is a great backup quarterback. He's a guy that can come in, and if need be, he can win you a couple games. I'm cool with that. But I think it's been proven that AOC is not the guy. You know what I'm saying? I think it's proven at this point that, unless AOC, goes into the offseason, and mind you, he's a rookie, so I don't want to beat him up too much, but he has a lot of work to do in the offseason. He has a lot of work to do in the offseason. You know what I mean? But even if AOC is a career backup for us, I love it. I love it. I like what Aiden O'Connell brings to the game. And if our number one guy goes down and Aiden has to come in and play 2 or 3 games, I respect it and I trust it. But either way, he's under contract, so he'll be around for a while. Top says, I know this isn't popular, but I think Stidham is going to beat us. Nah, man, nah. And mind you, what did he have, Top? I think he had about 300 yards in the air against the Chargers? I think they won like 16-9 or something like that. But he had like 300 yards, I think, in the air, and I think he had a touchdown as well. But nah, man. I just look, nah. We're gonna beat the Broncos, man. We're gonna beat them. We're gonna beat them at home. We're gonna beat them. But he says, if we lose to Denver, do we still go all in on AP? That's tough. That's tough, you guys. Me personally, I'm looking at other options. I'm not saying that I still want to look at AP, but I'm looking at other options. Just because you beat the Chiefs and then you lose to the Colts and the Broncos back-to-back weeks, I'm sorry, bro. Like, you're still questionable at this point with a first-year OC in Hardegree, right? And a bunch of players that may not fit what he's trying to do. But I'm just saying, you got to question it. I mean, you lose 2 back-to-back games against the Colts and the Broncos. Man, look. Let me see. LT, he had a great year out there in Tampa Bay, right? I mean, his year is still going. They still lead their division. You know, I mean, if they win this weekend, they're in. If they lose, I believe, and the Saints win, the Saints are in, I believe. Somewhere around there, something like that. But you know, Baker had a resurgent year. He did. But I just we've done this shit a lot, man. I don't want to bring in these type of guys. That's why I'm like the Russell Wilson talk and all this other stuff. I just want to draft somebody. I want to go get our guy of the future. You know what I mean? We know who Baker Mayfield is at this point. And mind you, he had a really good year. He had a really good year out there with Todd Bowles and those guys in Tampa Bay. Great year. But I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to keep betting on someone that has down years, then had an up year, because he can go right back to Cleveland Brown form next year with us. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know who Baker Mayfield is at this point. You know what I'm saying? But I would rather go get a young guy, and if it doesn't work, you just keep trying. Now, me and Wasted were talking about this earlier on the phone, right? Let's just say Russell Wilson did come in for the vet minimum, right? Let's just say the vet minimum, or a Baker Mayfield, which he's not, because he had a great year. He's still fairly young. He's going to get a nice chunk of change. But I'm okay with drafting a guy young early in the first round or a second round and bringing in a Russell Wilson. I have no problem with that. I don't have a problem with that. Do I want Russell Wilson in our locker room? No, I don't. I don't want realistically, I don't want shit to do with Russell Wilson. But if we still draft the guy early, I'm okay with bringing in a Russell Wilson if he takes that, you know, that veteran minimum. You know, he can pay still a shit ton of money from the Denver Broncos. And maybe he comes to the AFC West with us and says, I want to beat the shit out the Denver Broncos twice a year. Look, cool. But that's just, I'm ready to go get a young guy. I'm ready to go draft our guy. I'm ready to go groom that guy. I want someone that we can look at and say, that's going to be our guy for 10 plus years. And Baker Mayfield's not that. He's not. I don't think that he, I want to go draft somebody. LT. Let me see. Salute to everybody in the building, man. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. Let me see. Max, so let me ask you. If you say for once you want them to go for the for sure thing, what's the for sure thing? What's the for sure thing? I'm asking you because I want to know. Are you saying the sure thing is a Russell Wilson or the sure thing is a Baker Mayfield? Because I don't think so. I don't think there's any sure things this offseason when it comes to the quarterback position. Caleb Williams is a question mark. Drake May is a question mark. Michael Penix hasn't played a game yet in the NFL. He's a question mark. Russell Wilson's a question mark. There's no sure thing in the offseason, period. To be real with you, there's nothing that you can do that you say that's the sure thing. There's none. You just got to take a shot. You got to take a chance. Justin Fields isn't a sure thing. He's had his ups and downs in Chicago. I'm just saying, if you're going to go for a quarterback, just go for one that you can draft. Oh, he said he's talking coach, not QB. Oh, okay. I understand AP is loved and I love his mentality, but I want to prove. Okay, I got you. My apologies, Max. My apologies. I was reading it too fast. But hey, man, this is the thing, Max, right? We don't know what may happen. We seen John Madden come into the NFL and win a championship. We seen Flores come in and win a few of them shits, right? Like everybody at some point is not the sure thing. We don't know what AP will look like once he goes out and brings in his personnel, the guys that he want to bring in. We don't know yet. We do not know. We have no idea. So, you know, who knows? AP could be, we could sign him to a 2-year deal and he becomes the top head coach in the NFL. Shit is crazy. You know what I mean? Jim Harbaugh can sign a 5-year deal and shit the bed. We just don't know, man. That really in the NFL, you guys, there really isn't a sure thing. You know what I mean? Real talk. Somebody block Wasted, man. Salute to my guy, Ira. If AP gets the gig, he will need help picking the OC and with picking in the draft. And that's where Champ Kelly comes into play, Ira. That's where he comes into play. Champ Kelly's the guy that's going to be able to come together full circle with him, with AP and make those big decisions. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not really too much worried about AP making draft picks and stuff. That's going to be Champ Kelly's job if they remove the intern tag. what I'm saying? But you're right. He's definitely going to need help with bringing in the OC. And like I said, that's where a great general manager comes into play with the draft, with bringing in help bringing in other personnel. I think he's going to lean on Champ Kelly a lot. I think he's going to lean on Marvin Lewis a lot. I think he's going to lean on, all these other coaches that he's been around. So, one thing about having AP around that's so great is he's a proven NFL player, right? A proven NFL player, Super Bowl champion, played at the highest level, respected. He can lean on a lot of people when it comes to this thing that we call football, man. Salute to Fred, my guy. Graphk, love the show and the energy. I wholeheartedly love this team, win, lose, or draw. We must hire excellence, reward the soldiers, and trim that fat. This is a draft year. This draft year is pivotal. And I agree, Fred. I agree, brother. I agree. This draft is definitely one of them ones. But I'm going to say this. I think it's critical that our last year's draft class pans out. I think that it's critical that some of those guys from the year prior still pan out. I hope that Malcolm Kuntz becomes this superstar. I hope that Trayvon Merrick ends up becoming this superstar safety. I think a lot of these guys from our prior draft, we're looking at this year's draft and we're thinking this, we have to hit. Shit, we have to hit on Michael Mayer. We had to hit on Trey Tucker. We're hoping that Byron Young or Jay Severa, one of these guys, will step up at the defensive tackle position. Yeah, this is a critical draft, but these last few drafts are still as critical as this upcoming one. Maybe a little less because of the quarterback spot, but we need some of these guys in their sophomore year to show up next year. We need Michael Mayer to become a superstar at the tight end position. We need, like I said, Mayer to take that next step. We need Nate Hobbs. At what point are we going to say, man, Nate Hobbs is an all-pro cornerback? We all know he can be that. We're waiting for that to happen. We need some of those guys that we already drafted to become great and not just rely so heavily on this upcoming draft. Salute to my guy, Fred, man. I appreciate you, brother. Let me see. We're not going anywhere, y'all. We're chilling for a minute. Salute to everybody here in the building. Raiders need to be like the Rams and be like, fuck them picks. Give the Bears how many first-round picks it would take to go get Caleb. If you don't, someone else will. And, hey, I said that shit to my brother Wasted on the phone earlier. Give them what they asked for. Give them what they asked for. If you think that Caleb Williams or Drake May or Michael Penix Jr. is the guy and you have to give up 4 first to go get it, go get him. Go get him, because you can't have it both ways, you guys. Some people say, oh, we haven't been able to draft in the first round. Okay, a lot of people feel like that. So fuck it. Give up 4 of them shits and go get your guy. Because then maybe you have your own Patrick Mahomes for the next 15 years. I'm sorry, we can't draft in the first round, right? Give up 4 of them shits and go get them if that's your guy. Salute to my guy 8, man. Salute to Teo. Did I see we are bringing Dave in for an interview? Tio, what do you mean, Dave? Elaborate, brother. I have no idea what you're talking about. Salute to you on a $2 donation. Let me see. Salute to everybody here in the building. Wipe them feet, y'all. One thing AP has proven, he's a Raider. Sure thing. Facts. But you know what, GA? Marcel Reese is a Raider. Charles Woodson's a Raider. Oh, Teo, they're not bringing in Dave Ziegler. There's no way. He's done. He's already back in Boston, back in his home in the Boston area. I mean, the thing is this, man. Yeah, he's a Raider, and we love that because we're Raiders. But at the end of the day, man, sometimes you have to look outside of that. Sometimes you have to bring, but even, Jim Harbaugh's a Raider, GA, to be honest. He's a Raider. Let's not act as though he wasn't on our coaching staff years ago in Oakland. He helped. Quarterback coach. Ian Rappaport tweet. Yeah, Art Shell was a Raider. Look, I just want to win, man. If you got to look outside of the building, outside of someone being a Raider, yeah, it didn't work with Josh McDaniels. Yeah, it didn't work with Ziegler, right? Cool, I understand that. But just because you're a Raider doesn't mean you're going to win football games. Yeah, we hated the Patriot way, right? It didn't work out. The past 40 years, the Raider way hasn't worked outside of 2 or 3 years. I think one thing that we all fell in love with AP is we felt like we had our identity back, right? And sometimes we get blinded by that. We think, oh my God, we have our identity back, the Raider way, this, and that, the NWA, the this, and that, the that. But does that equal success for the next 10 to 15 years? Shit, does that equal success for the next 3 to 5 years? Does that equal success for the next 2 years? I'm just saying, man, like, it's great to have somebody in here that is a Raider. I love it. I love AP, man. I love what he's done for that locker room. I love what he's done for our fan base. He had us excited these past few weeks watching our team play again. You know what I mean? AP has me ecstatic to be I'm always love being a Raider fan anyway, but he made me feel like how I was when I was a kid as a Raider fan. But when that shit starts to kind of dissolve a little bit and it's not equaling wins, and it's not equaling what matters the most, then at what point do we say, you know what, cool, he's a Raider, but and then what? You know what I mean? In a perfect world, GA, you have a guy that loves the Raiders. He is a Raider. He comes in and he wins his multiple Super Bowls. We've seen it happen before with Flores. We've seen Madden. We've seen real Raiders win championships, but this is a different NFL. It's a different league now. Hey, and there you go, Rick. I love that. As far as I can remember, the Raider way is winning. There you go. There you go. Yeah, hey, Jeremy says the last first-round pick that worked out was Colton Miller. I mean, we can go back, to Josh Jacobs also, though, Jeremy. You don't have to go back that far, brother. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and mind you, I don't think that great teams take running backs in the first round. I always said that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just realistically, we needed a running back, and Josh has worked out for us. But I'll just say this: before Josh, it was Colton Miller, but Josh Jacobs definitely worked out for us. I mean, all-pro running back, led the league in rushing. Last year, it definitely worked out for us. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. The most you can trade is 3 number ones per league rules. Well, shit, hey, give them 3 and give them whatever it takes, man. Whatever. The Woods, I can't keep up with all these damn rules, man. They change shit so much, bro. I don't know what the hell is real and what's not anymore. But all I'm going to say is this. If it costs that to go get your guy, if Jim Harbaugh thinks that Caleb Williams can win him championships, then do it. If AP thinks that Jaden Daniels is his guy and he can win him championships, then go do it. You know what I mean? Whatever it takes to go get that guy until it works. Salute to everybody here, man. Wipe them feet, y'all. I think Colton Miller's still really good for us now. Poppy, what you mean? Let me see. 3 1s, 3 2s. Hey, I'm cool with that, Tim. Let me see. Yo, Wasted, you still in the building? Hold on real quick, y'all. My apologies. My brother just hit me up in the text and said, shoot the link. So, all right. Salute to my guy, Rich. Once again on the $20 donation. I appreciate you, brother. Same feeling here with AP, Graphk. However, listening to the locker room, I think we need to give AP the chance. If Mark brings in an experienced head coach to help, like what's been spoken about, I think we have a winner. Bruh, Rich, I'm with you, brother. Look, I want AP to be successful. I don't want to have to pay another head coach a shit ton of money, which it ain't my money. You know what I mean? And to be real with you, it doesn't affect the salary cap and no shit like that. But I'm just saying, man, like if AP's the guy, AP's the guy. But I just have this, you guys know this, and Rich, you know this. Mark likes big name guys. He brought back Gruden on a 10-year, $100 million deal. He went and went and got Josh McDaniels and Zeke and tried to replicate the Patriot way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, he knows he's in Vegas and has to make a splash. I mean, look at the head coach of his team with the Aces. He went and got a GOAT. Like he knows he wants that big name guy. And I would not be shocked if he's calling Jim Harbaugh in the offseason. Salute to my brother, man. What's good, bro?
What's up, bro? Look, you know what's crazy? That's why I gotta leave because I see you talking that shit. I said I gotta get on here with this guy.
And you know what's funny? I literally was about to send you the link, and I looked at your text. I was literally about to send it to you. Just to see what's pull up. Great minds, my brother. Great minds.
Yo.
Salute to my brother, Wasted Talent in the building. If you guys are not subscribed to my brother, Raider Nation Unlimited on YouTube, you guys are missing out. Daily great content, man. You guys know who he is. You're very familiar with his face. Salute to my brother, Wasted, man. Salute to King 85 real quick. Bringing in Russell is my biggest fear. For some reason, I feel like that's a Kelly and AP move. I don't think that they would do that. I don't. I think they would go draft a guy. I think that they would be more along the lines of going out and getting a Jaden Daniels or moving up and getting a young guy. I don't see them doing that. Now, I can see I wouldn't even see Harbaugh doing that.
Man, I could see them bringing in Nathan Peterman.
Oh, my God. The throat goat.
Yo, nah. But you know what's funny, bro? The problem I see with the whole AP thing, we want it to happen. But we watched Mark Davis move on for Rich Bisaccia, and he made the playoffs.
Yeah.
I don't like, bro, it's really going to be a hard sell if Jim Harbaugh wants this job. Now, what I'm hearing is, I saw it on Twitter, and there's some reports out there that Jim Harbaugh has said that if he is offered the job, he will take it.
Yes. But he did say that a year ago also. So I think people are retweeting that. I don't think that Jim Harbaugh would talk about any of that shit until the national championship is up, personally.
Well, you know no, but when we, I talked about this yesterday on the show, him hiring Don Yee is a big thing.
Yes.
Don Yee is Tom Brady's agent, and Tom Brady is Don Yee's first big client. And I'm going to be real with you. There are too many ties to the Raiders. Jim Harbaugh was a former Raider coach. You know how nostalgic Mark Davis is.
Yes.
Mark Davis is the most nostalgic owner in the National Football League. Also, Jim Harbaugh's wife is from Las Vegas.
Yep.
There are just so many ties. And, when I said earlier that Jim Harbaugh is the Pete Carroll of this era, he is. I mean, Pete Carroll is an NFL coach who left the NFL. He had a mark of success in the NFL, made the playoffs with the Jets and the Patriots. He was actually the coach of the Patriots before Bill Belichick.
Mm-hmm.
It was in between Parcells and Belichick, I think.
Real quick, before you finish that thought, I got to give you your flowers because you did say that Chicago was going to bring back Matt Eberflus, and it looks as though they're bringing him back.
Yeah, I mean, bro, it to me, what they got going there, I don't think they're going to interrupt it. I think they're going to try to add to it. And the only thing I fear with the Harbaugh situation is this, when you're bringing in Jim Harbaugh, that means that you are most likely going to be doing another rebuild.
Yes.
So this will be the third rebuild in the last 5 years.
But realistically, we may need to do that with AP too, because this isn't the guys. This is Josh McDaniels' team, bro.
Yeah, it is. And but the thing is that Champ Kelly was sitting at the dinner table when they brought these guys in. So we're dealing with a coach who doesn't have final cut. If Jim Harbaugh comes here, he's going to have final cut. It is what it's going to be. The Gruden thing on stage. It's going to be the same thing, bro. With AP is just a coach, and he's going to be a guy who's going to get the groceries handed to him. Yep. He's going to have to prepare the meal. And if Champ Kelly in his infinite wisdom thinks that, okay, I drafted this guy last year, I believe in Dylan Parham because I was in the room when we scouted him. I think that's more of a congruent continuation of what we have here than what we have. If Jim Harbaugh comes in, there are going to be some pieces moved around, and it's not going to be pretty, and it's going to be some stuff that we agree with, and there's going to be some things we don't agree with. And I'm going to be honest with you. When Jim Harbaugh was in San Francisco with Trent Baalke, that worked until it didn't. Trent Baalke made some bad decisions at the end.
Yeah,
he did, man. He did. I mean, a lot of people will sit up there and be like, everything was great and it was roses and they had Frank Gore and they had Patrick Willis and all of these guys. But it got to a point when Jim left, he left at the right time.
Yeah.
People forget that.
Yeah, facts. Salute to Ira. I'm just tired of getting the rug pulled from under us every season. Have to get this next season right. Ira, we are all on the same playing field as you, brother. We want some type of sustainable success. I'm sick of this shit, bro. Facts. Salute to Ira on the $5 donation. Salute to Wade also. We need to add Hunter in any and every trade. We talked about that earlier too.
Bro, everybody brings that junk up on my show all the time. Yeah. Bro, Hunter Renfrow is not viewed in the same way in the league as he is with us. Yeah. We got to get off of that. These players that we be talking about trading, don't nobody want these fucking guys, bro.
Especially with that contract.
People like, wait a minute, how about we trade you Bam Olaseni for Justin Jefferson. Like, like, don't nobody want this dude, bro.
Yo, and Dominique, you know what's funny? I'm actually working on that right now. I want to get Wood on with us and talk to him about Harbaugh. You know what I mean? But one thing about Wood, I'm gonna tell you right now, Dominican, is that he's not a politician at all. He'll speak his mind. You know that way. So you've been around.
Yeah, and he loves AP too.
He loves AP. But he loves AP and he loves Harbaugh. So, but that'd be a perfect conversation to have. But I think we can agree that Charles is going to say, you know, we need some consistency. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like Harbaugh. I like what he brought to my, my collegiate team. They're in the national championship. But I think that he would say, give AP a chance. Give AP a shot. But I'm gonna reach out to him. I've been waiting for the offseason because Wood is working with Fox and he's doing all kind of other shit right now. He's a busy man. You know what I mean? So, but I'm definitely gonna reach out to him. I want to talk to him about the offseason.
I can hear him. We need some consistency. I can hear him.
I'm about to clip that and send it to him, bro.
Yo, I can hear him now, yo.
The cough. If we get Harbaugh, does he keep Patrick Graham? And that's a good question, but I don't think he does. You know what I mean?
It's gonna be rough because I think Patrick Graham is going to get offered a head coaching job.
You think so?
I do, man. I mean, there's not a lot of jobs out there, but man, I think he's going to actually be interviewed. He's not going to be offered a job, but he's going to be a part of the interview process. There's not a lot of guys in the league. You're not normally in the offseason, there are all these names that people will name. Yeah. I think that Patrick Graham will get an interview before Brian Flores.
Damn, you think so?
Yeah, because Brian Flores, you got to forget, man, he got a lot of heat on him, bro. He sued the league. He had all of that stuff. He's got a lot of heat on him. And you know how that good old boys network with the NFL is, man. You don't sue one of theirs, bro. I mean, like you saw David Tepper the other day, he pretty much just threw a drink on a fan and nobody said a damn word.
I think what Coach said, that's what I agree with. I think that they won't hire him, but he'll get interviewed.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think they're gonna interview Patrick Graham. He's not gonna get hired, but he's gonna be one of the main guys in the interview process.
I hate that, man. He better not be. I hope that he just isn't in there for the whole Rooney Rule shit. I hope that somebody brings him in that realistically is taking a look at him because he revitalized that defense this year. He did a lot for this team. To be real with you, we wouldn't have 7 wins without Patrick Graham. We
would only have 2 without him.
Yeah, like the Chargers because we blew them the fuck out. I mean, what other win? We probably have 1 win.
Yeah, that Denver game is a Patrick Graham special. The Chief game is a Patrick Graham special to the umpteenth degree. I mean, bro, we can go on and be effusive of his praise. But the thing about interviewing for head coaching jobs, it's not bad to get kind of like
the Giants
on the ride.
That was the one Commandment said the Giants.
But he could get interviewed. He should get interviewed. Yeah. Like it's going to help him get the job probably next year. It might not be because a lot of times you don't get the job the first time around, right?
The enemy has done it. He's had his time, and this year it may be realistic that he gets one. So
you think Eric Bieniemy is going to get one because it's only what we got. Atlanta's going to be available, right? Atlanta's a job.
Didn't they say they were doubling down with their head coach? I could be wrong.
They said that he had to win out,
and he should have been just week. So
that's why he benched Ritter. He benched Desmond Ritter. That's why Terry Bradshaw went off on him. Terry Bradshaw went off on him this Sunday because he promised Desmond Ritter that he was going to start the rest of the season. And when the brass from the Atlanta Falcons told him, they were like, listen, if you don't win out, we're moving on from you. So he put in that kid, Tyler Heineke.
Hey, real quick, Jose, let me ask you this. Because Vic is over there, the defensive coordinator for the Miami Dolphins. What kind of deal does he have out there? I know right now Bradley Chubb just tore his ACL. They've had some really bad luck out there on that defensive side with injuries. What is his? I want to know because yes, Vic Fangio is his guy. Like that. To be honest with you, if
he has a 3-year deal, $3.5 million, it's not you can't make a lateral move as a coordinator in the National Football League. So he's going to be with the Miami Dolphins. Yeah. So it will have to be somebody who's a disciple of Vic Fangio. But the thing about Jim Harbaugh is not like John Gruden. Jim Harbaugh is a guy when he goes into a situation, he's going to assess the situation. He's going to keep the things that he needs to keep. He even did that in college. Like when he got to Michigan, he didn't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Yeah.
When he recruited, but he ingratiated himself to the guys that were there.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see it being what people think. I think if Jim Harbaugh comes here it's going to be more of a rebuild. I think with AP, it's going to be a retool because AP doesn't have the he doesn't have like the resume to come in here and demand anything.
Yeah.
Champ Kelly is definitely going to be the guy who sets the table when it comes to personnel, and he's already been there. And that's one of the reasons why, for me, I don't think we're that far away. And that's why I'm more of an AP kind of a guy, but I don't think AP losing two in a row that's going to be a hard sell for a guy like Mark Davis.
I'm gonna be honest. If they bring in Harbaugh, I think Champ's gone too. I think it's Ed Dobbs. I think
Champ is gone. This whole regime, you could pick all these guys up and say they're going, and this will be the Rich Bisaccia situation all over again.
Oh, bro, he would get Dobbs. He'd probably reach out to see what he can do with Vic Fangio, but he's not going to leave Miami. But Ed Dobbs would be the guy to come in to be that guy. And he was interviewed, when Josh came in and Zeke. So
we thought Ed Dobbs would get the job. See, that was the thing for me. I had two people. I had Jim and I had Josh McDaniels. I looked at the Josh McDaniels caveat like this. I'm like, well, shit, Bill Belichick's probably the greatest coach that there's ever been, right? Supposedly. Yeah. What are the odds that nobody from his coaching tree does well? And you can't even give Mike Vrabel to him because Mike Vrabel played for him. He never coached under Bill Belichick. Yeah. So none of his coaches are any good. How's that possible? One of them got to be good. That was my logic, but flaw logic.
Salute the Raider, man. Harbaugh is still trying to reach Pete status. This is facts. Hasn't won a national championship. He has an opportunity to do it this year, and he hasn't won a Super Bowl. He had the opportunity. He lost. Remember, the lights got cut off in the stadium and all that crazy shit against the Ravens. But you're right, Raider, man. But that was still a great analogy. Like that's a comparison. I mean, like he's definitely Pete Carroll-esque.
Look, you got to look at it like this. Alabama and when you talk about the SEC, they're 8-2 versus the Big Ten.
Yeah.
In the last 10 years. Mm-hmm. They've owned the Big Ten when they play in these national title games. Michigan winning that game, they essentially won a national title. I don't see Washington beating them now.
Yeah, I don't either.
So unless it's a miracle, they're gonna win a national title. So he's gonna cross that off. He's gonna go get the other thing he's looking for. And that's what's gonna make him Pete Carroll.
Hey, Jay, look, we could talk. I talked about Penix at the beginning of the show, brother. Look, you guys know how I felt about Michael Penix Jr. since day one. That was my number one quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like even don't get me wrong. I always talked about Caleb and Drake but I always looked at them as not realistic options. You know what I'm saying? So I was looking at Penix Jr. as the guy. And he's just proven week in and week out why he should be in the discussion to be a top 3, top 5 pick.
Bro, we talked about him last year. When we thought he was coming out last year, we were talking about him. The only thing is, and this was my thing, I have a thing with the Raiders. We've been so snake bitten with drafting players who've had past injuries. Yep. That is one of the reasons why I was like, I want to. If we're going to swing for a quarterback, I wanted him to be a clean prospect. But look, man, that kid is so talented and putting on the show that he put on last night. What I saw from him was him throwing guys open.
Yeah.
That was a little different. He was throwing in windows and stuff like that.
And I hate that Twitter people were saying he's just throwing a wide open wide receivers. That is not the case. He was bro, do you understand how that Texas defense is solid? Like they have a good defense, bro.
They actually set the table.
Yes.
It wasn't Quinn Ewers. He's horrible. Look, let me tell you something. He's horrible, bro. They need to sit him down, and if Arch Manning can play at all, they need to let Arch Manning play.
Yeah, it's time for it's Manning season for sure. Salute to Rich once again. What if Harbaugh feels in the position between Champ and AC in the position Mark is making? What do you mean, Rich? What if Harbaugh feels?
Oh yeah. He's not going to do that because look, Mark Davis said that he wants a consortium similar to what it was with his father. And because he doesn't have the football brain of his father, he wants to bring somebody next to him with no.
Oh, got you.
So he wanted to have the GM coach and then owner kind of. But I think that's more of a Tom Brady kind of a thing, or Gruden, because I heard that he had a meeting with Gruden in the National Football League last week.
Yeah,
which is bad, nasty work. I mean, I would not want John Gruden up there. He was, like with AP. AP's like, yeah, we're gonna draft Jaden Daniels. Like, hey man, let me ask you a question, man. if you don't mind, real quick. If you don't mind.
We got Grew in the building.
Hey man, if you don't mind, hey AP, man. I know you want to draft a quarterback, man, but what do you think about us going out there, man, and bringing in Joe Flacco? Man, what do you think about that, man? Sign Joe Flacco to a 10-year, $85 million deal, man.
Yo, real quick, baby. I got everybody. Stu calling me right now too. Let me let him know I'm live real quick. Salute to everybody in the building. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, Jay, hit that subscribe button. Yo, big bro, I'm live right now.
Oh, okay. I was just sorry for not answering earlier. I was on another show, but how long are you live for?
You want to come on for the last 20 minutes? I know you're going on in 30, right?
Yeah.
I'll send it over to you right now.
The stew.
Let me get Stu on real quick. I want to talk to him about
What he saw at the game. I did
yeah,
too.
man.
He called me the other day, and then I didn't. We like were missing each other and shit. I wanted to talk to him. Stupac Shakur is in the place.
Stupac's back. All right, let me see. All right, boom. Send it over to Stu. We'll get our brother on for 20 minutes. You guys, for those who do not know, Stu has a show at 8:30 Eastern time, so he'll be on right after this. So make sure you pull up, man. Salute to Marcos. I don't want to go through another rebuild next year. For the love of God, we're only a few pieces away from being a real contender. OC, QB, the two biggest, man. Salute to my guy, Marco. And bro, we definitely need an OC, and we definitely need a new quarterback. I love what Aiden brings to us and value as a QB too. But let him develop this offseason. And I want to see if bringing in a real offensive coordinator, man, he may be able to fix a few of those deficiencies in Aiden's game also. Yeah. But what we've seen this year, we know that we have a capable backup at least. Salute to Raider Immortal. Where's Hammer? Is he still hurting from that Texas loss?
I texted Hammer last night. I was like, I texted him. I said, Hammer, they opened up a fresh can on your boys. He was just like, bro. He texted me. He said, bro. You know, Hammer loved Texas, man. He watched every down in that game too.
Facts. Oh yeah, he was all over, and they had a chance. It came down to the wire. I mean, what was it? The last play was like at the 12-yard line?
Yeah. Like they brought the beat back for sure. I was surprised.
Salute to Raider Immortal, man. He says, pick up a cornerback in free agency, man. I mean, look, there's only a few that you can really look at in free agency. There's a deep class, Con. I would look at the draft the one because I think Jack Jones in a few years is going to command a big contract. Yes. I think the way he plays football, he's going to be a Raider for a long time. And at some point, we're going to have to pay him big money. And then think about this, Con. In another year or two, we're going to have to pay Nate Hobbs. So
you know what the thing is? You're not going to pay Nate Hobbs that much. Nate Hobbs is he's a specialty corner. You can't line Nate Hobbs outside and have him be your number one corner. He's a nickel. So I don't think you got to pay Nate as much as people would think. What's up, Stu?
Our brother. Salute to our brother, Stuart Schweiger. Hey, real quick.
Hey, did you just go on? Did you guys just start?
No, I've been on for like an hour and a half. Bro, I did this deliberately. I was calling you to tell you I'll be off when you go on. I was trying to slingshot you, motherfucker. I was trying to tell you, come over here, come talk with us, and then send everybody over there.
Because we tried on the way home to get a hold of when Wasted was on, and then when I got back, dude, we just got caught up and stuff, and you were already off. So sorry about that, Wasted.
Nah, come on, bro. What's up, Stu?
We did listen to you the whole ride home, though.
Stu is going to be live, you guys, here in about 15, 20 minutes. Go over to Stuart Schweiger on YouTube. Matter of fact, put the link in the comment section, somebody.
I think it's just Stuart Schweiger 3030.
And well, before we send everybody over there,
I got some good stuff to talk to you guys about too.
But that's why give us some tidbits. I know you're going to talk about it on your show also, but this is your show over here too. Give us a little bit about that trip out there. You were sidelining it. I was so jealous, bro. I wish I could have went out there,
dude. It was. Trust me, dude. It was. The game sucked. Okay, the game. It's like the stadium. Like it was just there was no energy. Like it was a weird game, dude. I'm saying from both sides. Like this. Like even me and my nephew. And my nephew is gonna come on too on the show, so you guys can. I'd like you guys to talk to him a little bit if you do come up. But it was just like. It was just the vibe it sucked, dude. The vibe just wasn't good. But before, dude, like, I mean, the whole weekend was awesome, man. Me and my nephew, I took him to a Purdue basketball game, but just the love, tell Chuck Pagano we're gonna go, dude. He called me back. He's the one who got me the sideline passes, right? So we were actually on the like the friends with or guests of the Colts or whatnot, and I got my Lyle Izado and my nephew's wearing the 30 jersey, but dude, go on the sideline and bro, like we were for 20 minutes just on the side, like while they're warming up, chopping it up with Mark, New York Pete was there. I mean, Rob Ryan, Rod Martin, my old trainer, Scotty, like everyone was coming up to us, dude. Like, it was crazy. Because again, I just looked at how Purdue is, and their shit's terrible. But like, dude, we chopped it up with Mark, and I want to tell you guys about the conversation I had with him for like, dude, 10 minutes. Literally, my nephew was like, Stu, I don't know if you realize it, but like the head official for like 6 minutes was just standing there waiting to talk to Mark, and he was more focused on me and saying just how glad he was I was there.
Oh, Mark Davis, you could see it on his face in that picture how happy he was to see you, bro.
Dude, it was. I don't know if you saw like it was like the live video or whatever. It was about like 4 seconds, but I was laughing because my nephew just comes up like, like he had known Mark forever. But dude, like the love was just unreal, man. And we had, and Rod Martin gave us like passes to go after the game, like with the buses and stuff. But I knew after that loss, man, I was just like, let they don't want to be chopping it up and shit like that. And it was a shitty game. It was
real quick, guys. This is the link for Stu's show. It starts in 15 minutes. Everybody go over there and subscribe to our.
Wait, so okay. How do you do that? Because sometimes I'll send like the link to come on.
You send the StreamYard link, bro.
Yeah.
You got to send the actual YouTube. That's the YouTube link to your show tonight.
So when you go to the top banner or your channel, I went there and you put share, you copy it, and you put it in there. But
okay,
we both put it in the comment section. You guys subscribe to our brother. He's gonna break down the game. I know he probably got notes.
And I will say this: it was pretty dope because like even the Raiders fans that were there was all love, bro. Like they were trying to buy my nephew's jersey and shit. When you go like in the bathroom, like, yo, let me get that Schweiger jersey, bro. Where the hell did you get that at? So it was really cool. It was cool, man. It was cool to.
And you have the Alzado on.
What?
I love the Alzado.
That's the first thing Rob Ryan, he turns around and he goes, love the fucking jersey. But it was cool because he was just sitting there and on the bench, and my nephew was like, that's Rob right there. And I'm like, Robbo. And dude, like, again, like sometimes like people try to act so like, what do you have to have this pass and this and that. Dude, they were just like,
yeah,
like we could have probably stayed the whole game. Like no one, like we were just sitting, dude. All the play, like my nephew was not chopping up, but like dabbing up Crosby, and like we were right there, bro, like sitting on the bench. Like, and then no one told us to leave. And at one point, we were just standing there, and like the whole team had gone in. You know how they warm up and then go in?
Yeah.
We were just standing there, like by ourselves, with like no one saying nothing.
I mean, bro, you're a Raider, bro. You should be able to have that rolled out, that carpet laid out.
But dude, I've had it before where you expect something like that, and then it doesn't work, and then you're pissed off, right? So I was just like, hey, whatever it is, like, okay.
Bro, when you send me Chuck's text, I already knew what it was going to be. There was literally directions for make a left right here, then you make a right here.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, oh, this is about to read.
Well, here's a funny thing is like my nephew was like, yo, maybe Mark will like bring us up in the suite. I'm like, shit, maybe he will or whatever. But he didn't say nothing. I didn't want to like initiate it or whatever. But and then it was funny too because we were watching some videos, and he was saying, and I wanted him to say like he was gonna say, hey, listen, Mark, like, dude, Jerry Jones is a wannabe, bro. Like, he ain't no owner like you, dog. And I'm like, you should have said it because he would have laughed his ass off at that, dude. Yeah. And here's the thing I'm thinking too. This is a big ass game, right? Like, and they were, dude, like giving us like forward, like I'm telling you, man, like assistant, like everyone that was part of it, the team when I was there, like were coming up to us, bro. It was awesome. And like I'll talk about the conversation I had with Mark, and it was about his dad, dude. And we were actually both crying on the sideline. Yeah. It was good. It was something I've been wanting to get off my chest, and it was, his response was unbelievable. So
did you talk to him about the story of how you felt when you left and all that? Okay.
Yep. Oh. So I'll talk about that, talk about Rob, talk about and I'll be honest with you guys. You guys got to tell me a little bit about the game. I
know it's like a whirlwind for you, right? So
it's so hard. You can't see nothing, and you know what I'm saying? Like there's people everywhere, and I watched just a little bit. I haven't even looked at the stats yet, but I just know to me it was probably one of the least exciting games I've ever been a part of. I don't know if it felt like that to you guys, but it was just like,
yeah, no, it did. Okay.
There was just
let me ask you this, because I know you're going to talk about some of that stuff. But does this change your opinion on AP? It gives you more thought. You have to think a little bit more now, right? Like,
well, and again, I mean, I watched that national championship game, dude, and bro, I just because again, I watched the Colts play, and again, it's week, dude. It's week to week on teams. Yeah. But I was watching them against Atlanta, and I'm thinking, because even Chuck before the game was like, "Your thoughts?" And I don't like to give thoughts, but I'm like, I think we're gonna destroy Minshew. Like,
I did too. I thought
I'm like, our D-line is gonna destroy this guy.
Yeah, it did.
It was those two like bullshit overrides
and then the offsides.
I don't know. No. Just those long two passes that they had that they.
Yeah, the 50-yarder, the Josh Downs, and then the Alex.
It looked like the same play to me.
Yeah, it was, and it was the exact same play. And the problem was Patrick Graham was a little too aggressive, and he didn't have safety help over the top.
I know.
Still, if you can see Tiff in the background, you'll be dying right now. She has a cucumber. She's acting like it's a dick. You'd have been dying right now, bro. Nasty work out here in these streets. Nasty work.
You can't even see it because
is that a silver dildo?
No, it's a green screen, so you can't. So it's fun.
It's green. Okay.
my wife ain't shit. No, but I thought there was gonna be more pressure. Like I'm thinking in my head, like Minshew, he's a backup guy. Don't get me wrong, he's a very good backup. He's not a great quarterback by any stretch.
He is.
But bro, we could not get to him. I thought Malcolm Kuntz was gonna have a day. I thought Max was gonna get to him 2 or 3 times. I was thinking in my head, this is going to be another defensive game. That 50-yarder set the tone for them, Josh Downs, and then that Alec Pierce. They had both the safeties down in the box. Amik just got lost in the sauce, and next thing you know, Alec Pierce is wide open for a fucking long time.
Again, I'm just thinking of the momentum that we had. I mean, obviously, if we expect another 2 touchdowns by defense, we can't do that, right? Obviously,
that was pretty much my point. That's the reason why I felt like, unless we scored 21 points, it was going to be a hard win.
Yeah, but again, I'm just thinking with the momentum that D-line had, I'm thinking, and then the letdown, that's a concern. I mean, obviously, again, we have guys or coaches that we've won games, though. There's no reason why guys, because again, when you have a young team, 1 week can be different. The guys aren't consistent enough, but defensively, we've been playing consistent, and that was just that surprised me. With what was on, with what that game meant, and the way that our team played, I didn't feel we were prepared. There was a huge letdown.
It was disappointing from the get-go. Like, it just felt like there was no chance that we're going to win that football game.
You're right. There was just. The Colts just kind of they set the tone. They set the tone for the game. I felt like they kind of the tempo. And again, those 2 plays, those I'm just like, what the hell, man?
But as a former player, do you think that they were just so high after that Chiefs game? I know you've won a few games, and you kind of like, whoa, shit! Like, we just beat them. We should run over these guys, and it's just like coming out flat.
The only thing is, though, is that's the coach to make sure that doesn't happen. And I've got to believe that. He was talking about that, guys. Like, listen, we've had 2 huge emotional games, right? Divisional games. We put those points up against the Chargers, and then we go to Kansas City and beat them. But guys, listen, this is a team fighting as well. So I don't see how they wouldn't prepare for that. And
the problem is, Stu, and this is what I thought was going to happen. I think it's the time that the defense was on the field. They were on the field a lot, man. You had a lot of drive-killing penalties and stuff like that to where they had to stay out there longer. And also, the Colts have one of the better offensive lines in football.
They always have.
Yeah.
But Bernard Raymond, Quentin Nelson, Ryan Kelly, and Braden Smith coming back was huge.
Yeah.
And I think with Braden Smith coming back, you had a situation where you got a tough matchup on both of those defensive ends, and they were tired, man. You got to realize how much ball they played on a short week on Christmas. They played a lot of ball. And I said that in the morning. I was like, listen, the defense needs a Devontae Adams special, what they got. They need a Zeus and or Josh.
He had two tugs and over 10 catches, didn't he?
Yeah.
Right?
He had a good game, right? But we also needed for Aiden O'Connell to come up with those timely first downs to keep that offense on the field so that these guys.
If I remember correctly, didn't Jacoby have a couple drops, or am I mistaken that?
Kobe Myers has some.
Devontae did too.
Yeah, Devontae did too. Yeah,
they had some big drops, and I also think
those 30 shorts wasted. Those 30 shorts killed us.
Yeah, we talked about that on the live stream. But the reason why we're having an issue at 3rd and short is because Michael Mayer has not been here. Yeah. I think ever since Michael Mayer has been
going,
right. We haven't been
our offense hasn't done it. They've been stagnant like a mother.
Because there's nothing in the middle of the field. And then you don't have him blocking. He has matured as a blocker exponentially.
Very good.
Exponentially, bro. And we have nothing over the middle.
I want to say this, not only his single blocking, but he does that where he gives a little support in the beginning.
The chip a little bit,
yeah, just to get that tackle to get position.
Yep.
Right? And
hey, real quick, salute to GA on the donation. Salute to Mando. Bro, I would give up more than that for Lamar Jackson. He's the MVP this year. He's the MVP. And reports came out that us and the Carolina Panthers are the only 2 teams that reached out to him about his services last year.
Wait, what happened? What
you just said crazy. Would you have got rid of 2 first-round picks for Lamar? Hell
yes, he's definitely quarterbacky.
Yeah.
right now?
He's the MVP. No, just like last year. Year.
Oh.
Yeah, because right now he's the clear-cut MVP at this point. He's probably gonna go to the Super Bowl.
That's not. That's when do they make that decision?
What happened?
When do they make the MVP decision?
Oh, it's gonna come up after
during Pro Bowl, during that week off or whatever.
Yeah.
It's either him or Christian McCaffrey.
I don't see a running back.
I don't see a running back. It's a quarterback league. They'll give it to the QB, and plus he's more in our memory now because he's been doing.
And again, what I say? Who was my favorite quarterback coming out right now? If he even does come out,
I can't even see what the hell is going on.
Still, who you said was your favorite? It wasn't Jaden Daniels. It wasn't Penix.
Nope.
Damn it. Still, wait a minute.
Remember
JJ McCarthy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he's coming out, Stu.
Did he make that decision?
Yeah, he's coming out, bro.
I'm saying, did you see why I say that though, bro? I mean,
I didn't think he played that good, bro.
No.
I watched it. I was just like,
did you see? I mean, just off that catching that reverse pass and making sure that bitch went in there after he was getting hit. They just plays like that, man. Like,
the thing is this. This is the thing that I have a problem with JJ.
And he's doing that against Alabama, bro.
I agree, but this is the thing. He's coming out in a draft where he is more of a game manager compared to all these explosive quarterbacks that can do it all. Right? Like JJ to me is going to be a guy that
I think they're going to destroy Washington.
Oh, me too. But I think that JJ is going to be a game manager at the next level. He'll make some good plays. I think he's going to be like an Alex Smith. That's who I think JJ McCarthy may be.
Alex Smith was much more athletic.
Well, I just means in terms of production. Yep. No,
really? You think Alex Smith was more athletic than JJ McCarthy?
He used his leg.
Alex Smith was essentially a running quarterback at Utah.
He can't throw like JJ though, Ken.
No, he actually had a good arm, but he don't got the touch like JJ. I mean, as far as Alex Smith was a run first quarterback.
No. But I just mean production wise in the passing game, right? Because Alex Smith definitely used his legs a lot. But I'm just saying.
Remember, Urban was at Utah.
I will say this. I do like. Sorry,
Stu was in the league back then. I forgot.
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I also like the play calling of Michigan. Did you see their play calling and stuff, man?
Excellent play calling, bro.
Blake Corum is a dog, bro. If we can draft him,
I like him. Now I want him.
Corum is a guy, bro. Blake Corum, the running back in Michigan, Stu, he was cooking, bro.
Yeah, well, they had a read on Alabama where they kept running that like. I don't over here, and the linebackers they couldn't figure it out, and he's untouched. Like he was untouched. But again, that's the type of coaching where like if you see something and it's working, run it again until they make an adjustment on it. You know what I'm saying? Like I like that.
They ran it down their throat. If it's working, it works. This the thing about McCarthy for me, right? If say for instance, we're out of the money with like Caleb Williams, we're out of the money with Penix, we're out of the money with Drake May. We're out of the money with Jaden Daniels, right? And then we're at 11. And one of the best linemen in the draft is still there, right? Latham is still there. One of those guys is still there, right? Or Joe Alt is still there. And we take one of those guys. I'd be happy with that, right?
Yeah.
But if the Raiders took a 2 and moved back into the first round and took JJ McCarthy, I'd be happy.
I'm okay with that.
Like in the 20s? I'm not JJ McCarthy.
I just sent you guys 2 links. I sent you guys links.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Real quick, salute to everybody here in the building. I'm not going to step on my brother's toes. We're almost 2 hours into this show. The link is right here, you guys. Everybody go over to Stu's channel.
We're going to continue that. It's going to do it.
Hey, Stu, I'll pull up, man. I'll pull up.
Yeah, and dude, if you guys want to take a little break and come on whenever and stay as long as you want. Like I said, I do want you guys to talk with my nephew a little bit and shit too, but I want to get his take on it. And obviously we'll talk about the game, but I also want to talk about the experience and just all that stuff too. So
yep, all good.
All right, love you guys. See you in a second.
Love you too, brother. Salute to everybody here in the building, man. Everybody go hit this link right now and make sure you guys subscribe, man. Let's get our brother up to like 3,000 subscribers tonight. We should be able to do that, man. So make sure you go over there and support one of our dogs. I'm going to try and get over there. My wife just got home. I got a few things to do around the house, but I'm going to try and go over there and push over there for a few seconds too. But if you guys can do that, once again, love y'all, man. Appreciate you guys as always. Thank you, big bro, for pulling up on me, man.
Thank you for allowing me to grace you with my presence, brother.
My brother, man. And salute to Rick L. He says, OLV, thank you for a great channel. I appreciate you, brother. And Alex says, let's do a 24-hour show. Hell no.
Hell to the no. It'll never happen. The only way y'all will see a 24-hour show is if it was sponsored by a big sponsor and like, you know what I'm saying? And it was broadcast everywhere, not just YouTube.
Yeah. Facts.
That's the only way. You can't do that on YouTube, bro.
Facts. Salute to everybody in the building. On the way out, you guys, wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up. And for those, there's a lot of new names in here, man. Let everybody know where you are.
Raider Nation Unlimited. At Wasted Talent Raiders on YouTube. Come on down. We have cookies. We have everything you need. Who's ever on Twitter as well. I think that's where a lot of the new names are coming from. Twitter now you can comment.
Yeah.
With the simulcast too. So
I just connected my Instagram too. It was tweaking though, so I got to do something to do that next time. But we can go live.
You can do it on Instagram too.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
Oh, you got to show me how to do that.
Show you how to do that. Salute to everybody. Go over to Stuart Schweiger on YouTube right now and go get down with our guy. I'm gonna catch you guys tomorrow. Salute.
Right,
love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm out. One.
That's what I'm talking about.